Welcome to the Software Assurance Marketplace Virtual Town Meeting. Our topic today is Shaping Your Approach, the Executive's Role in Software Assurance. I'm Marcy McCarthy, the CEO and President of T.E.N, and I'll be your moderator today. We're excited to bring you this live event and expert presentations on strategies to drive software assurance within organizations. It is my pleasure to welcome our presenters. Our first presenter is going to be Kevin Green, who is the Program Manager for the Department of Homeland Security, Science and Technology Directorate for the Cybersecurity Division. In his welcoming remarks, the Software Assurance Marketplace, channeling the mission of DHS, Kevin will share with us how they're tackling the problem. Our second presenter today is going to be Miran Livni, who is the Director and Chief Technology Officer of S.W.A.M.P for the Mortgage Institute for Research. Miran will discuss ways to bring the Software Assurance Marketplace into your software assurance program. And our third presenter today is going to be Jerry Davis. Jerry is the Chief Information Officer for NASA Ames Research Center. And Jerry is going to share his executive insights in his presentation, Software Assurance, because I'm tired of fixing broken toys. After the presentations, our experts will continue the conversation via a live Q&A. We will also be recording today's event to provide an on-demand recording for viewing by you and your fellow colleagues at a future time. And I want to make mention that you are also able to earn a CPE for today's event. And if you would like us to submit that CPE on your behalf, please email your certification number to Deb Jones at djones@ten-inc.com, and that's Deb Jones, and her email address again is djones@ten-inc.com. Now let's begin with our first speaker. Please welcome Kevin Green, who is the Program Manager for the Department of Homeland Security, Science and Technology Directorate for the Cybersecurity Division. Kevin, take it away.
Thank you, and I want to say welcome to our virtual town hall meeting. I think this is an excellent opportunity for DHS to share with the community the work we're doing to help improve software security. As many of you may know, especially at the executive level, software development in many organizations has become a huge undertaking. It has become increasingly challenging to integrate and augment software assurance activities within the software development process. I have a couple points I would like to share with you that will help set the context to further the discussion regarding the S.W.A.M.P. My discussion points are here. We'll talk about channeling the mission of DHS. We'll talk about tackling the problem, advancements and breakthroughs through the software assurance marketplace, and the challenge remains. Next slide. The S.W.A.M.P. channels the mission of DHS in the sense that we're developing tools, techniques, and capabilities to help defend and secure our current systems to better protect our critical infrastructure against attacks from our adversaries. The S.W.A.M.P. provides the capability to help us protect our software systems against these type of attacks. Through the S.W.A.M.P., we will have a mechanism where we can leverage the S.W.A.M.P. as a transition hub for key technology and innovation developed through my software quality assurance program that I have within S&T. And through that program, my job is to develop techniques, methods, and services to help advance the state-of-the-art in terms of how we analyze software, the tools and the methods used to analyze software. Also, DHS S&T will provide leadership, bringing the research community together, bringing other communities together to work on this problem. A lot of what I do, I fund research in software assurance, and we bring communities together to try to work on these hard issues. So we provide leadership in this area, understanding the requirements of the community, whether it's Homeland Security enterprise, private industry. We get out, we talk, we want to understand what the issues are, develop those requirements, and put research dollars to help solve this hard issue. Next slide. So the challenge is growing. So software is everywhere. Software is ubiquitous, right? Software is in drones, is in cars, medical devices, It's even in our appliances. I mean, a recent report came out the other day where refrigerators were being hacked. So software is in every form of our life. It's in the critical infrastructure. It affects our personal lives and mobile devices and so forth and so on. Arguably, software is more complex. Software system code bases are larger. Software has truly evolved. And the fact that software has evolved, the tools to analyze software has not kept pace with the evolution of software. As a result, tools don't perform that well, and they are not adopted early in the software development lifecycle. And because tools are not adopted early in the software lifecycle, the cost of software failures continue to rise. A recent study done by the University of Cambridge suggests that software failures cost the global economy somewhere around the neighborhood of $312 billion. That's $1 billion per year. Next slide. So we want to talk about driving innovation and breakthroughs. Just like any laboratory, a scientist uses the laboratory to find breakthroughs and advancements in new science. We want to leverage the S.W.A.M.P in the same way. We want to use the S.W.A.M.P to find breakthroughs and advancements in software assurance activities so we can have improvements and an innovation to help us deal with this issue regarding software. So the S.W.A.M.P is going to help shape and form new paradigms as it relates to software development activities, specifically in the area of continuous assurance, where we can apply the process and the principle of frequent testing of software throughout the software development lifecycle, as well as continuous integration principles. We want to be able to create synergistic capabilities to support an array of software needs. So that goes from binary analysis, static analysis, dynamic analysis, as well as solutions to help deal with the software supply chain, as Marone Livni, who would be the next speaker, will go do a deep dive into. We want to be able to use the S.W.A.M.P and leverage the S.W.A.M.P to improve tool coverage. How can we harness the strength of these tools in a way where we provide context across the various tools, and that context helps build better situational awareness regarding our weaknesses and vulnerabilities in our software. But more importantly, how can we identify and improve the accuracy of results? No one tool is created the same. Each tool has strengths, but leverage the S.W.A.M.P in a way where we can harness the power and the strength of each tool. Lastly, we want to be able to create a learning environment to help improve software coding practices and to reinforce the good coding practices that are being taught at the universities, at the high school level. Leverage the S.W.A.M.P in a way where we can reinforce those good behaviors, those good principles. Next slide, please. So the challenges remain. I know you all heard this before, right? We want to be able to do a couple things. Through the mechanism by applying the continuous assurance principle, we want to be able to move software assurance activities early in the software development lifecycle, and we believe we can accomplish that with the S.W.A.M.P. Create better collaboration and provide technical exchange where researchers and developers and software developers, tool developers, leverage the S.W.A.M.P to find breakthroughs and advancements in new software assurance techniques and activities. We want to be able to put the A back in assurance and the T back in trusted as it relates to software. Having assurances that software has been vetted properly, but not only vetted properly, but have a level to rate and measure the overall risk associated with software, and also be able to expedite some of the activities as it relates to compliance, such as certification and accreditation. We want to be able to create better performing tools. Ultimately, the tools don't perform very well. NSA did a study, and the study revealed that one tool can only find somewhere in the range of 14 to 17% of weaknesses and vulnerabilities in software. We want to create better, sound, and precise tools that can scale with the evolving pace of software. Next slide. This ends my portion of the presentation. I have my contact information here, Kevin Green. You can reach me by email, LinkedIn, or Twitter. Please contact me. I have a lot of interesting things that are going on in my software assurance program, and it's always good to hear from executives to better understand what the issues are and leverage those requirements to build better tools and innovation to deal with the software issue. The next presenter will be Marone Livni from the Mortgage Institute for Research. Verone, take it away.